Guys, this is some serious shit. Like, some really serious shit going down. Shannon Sharpe, a 3-time Super Bowl champion and Hall of Fame tight end, and a host of a popular podcast, has been accused of sexual assault in a Nevada lawsuit. So yeah, this is interesting. He isn't the first person that used to work at FS1 to get in trouble. We know Skip Bayless has gotten in trouble recently, and some executives there at FS1, but it's nothing to do with FS1, but it's just a pool of degenerate people that work there. I don't understand. The lawsuit was brought by a woman who alleges Mr. Sharpe used his fame to manipulate, control, subjugate, and violate women. The accuser, who was 19 at the time, met Sharpe in 2023, saying in a legal filing that the pair had a nearly 2-year relationship, during which time Shannon Sharpe was aggressive and allegedly R-worded her. So guys, this isn't the usual story we cover, but if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and let's get into some of these details. Mr. Sharpe has denied the allegations and has said he is the target of a shakedown. That's what they always go to. It's a shakedown. The suit seeks more than $50 million in punitive damages. The accuser is the only person suing, and she does not provide details on her accusation that Mr. Sharpe hurt more than herself. According to the suit, the woman met Mr. Sharpe, currently aged 56, in Los Angeles gym and had a rocky consensual relationship. I'm sure money wasn't involved, right? I'm sure. After many months of manipulating and controlling the plaintiff, a woman more than 30 years younger than he, and repeatedly threatening to brutally choke and violently slap her, Sharpe refused to accept the answer no and R-worded her, despite her sobbing and repeated screams of no, the complaint alleges. Here's the problem, already off the bat, okay? It's her, it's him, nobody else around, okay? He's got money, she knows he has money. He also, obviously, is a degenerate. He obviously feels he can get away with it too. So, I don't know who to believe. That's the problem. And that's why polygraph tests need to be done, in my opinion. The woman alleges that Mr. Sharpe R-worded her as recently as January. In addition, she alleges in the suit that Mr. Sharpe insisted on recording some of the sexual encounters, sometimes without her consent or knowledge, shared the videos with his friends and associates. If that's on recording, Shannon, you're fucked, dude. You're fucked. And obviously it's leaning her direction. Mr. Sharpe has 4 million subscribers to his Club Shay Shay podcast and is reportedly in negotiations on a $100 million deal for his networks of shows. That deal's gone. See ya. Now, as far as Club Shay Shay goes, I've watched the show. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's not for me. This is a shakedown, he said in a video posted to Instagram late Tuesday, addressing the lawsuit. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. Alright, he is entitled to his day in court. 100%. But it also is funny how all these people don't go for the legal action, they just go straight for the money. I think we just need laws on the books that just say, hey, no money, no lawsuit until the legal action is complete. We need to have those laws on the books to deter actual shakedowns and to get people like him who, if they did commit the crime, actually behind bars, not just wave it away, pay it away, and then go about their merry way to go on to another victim. We got to change the laws in this country on that. Legal before civil. Legal before civil. Then she could sue his ass. That's how it should be. Legal, then civil. And if they fail the legal case, obviously they'll fail the civil case. If they're successful in the legal case, then the civil case should be pretty cut and dry. Mr. Sharpe then accused the woman's lawyer, Tony Busby, of filing a fraudulent lawsuit and threatened to sue for defamation. Tony Busby represented a plaintiff who accused rapper Jay-Z of misconduct and ultimately rescinded her allegation. He also worked with several female massage therapists who accused NFL star Deshaun Watson of sexual assault. I remember Shannon Sharpe going hard against Deshaun Watson for those massages and those sexual assaults. And now here he is, the hypocrite himself, is in the same position. How ironic. How hilarious is that? Not really funny that there's a victim, but hilarious to be in that situation after you called someone out so publicly. Now the shoe's on the other foot, isn't it, bud? I'm sure he was grinning like hell when Skip went through his scandal. Well, the Shannon scandal looks a bit worse, doesn't it? Sharpe says, I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine, Sharpe said. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. Okay, you heard it here. Shannon Sharpe wants the full 10-minute sex tape put out for the internet to see. He said it, so. Last year, Mr. Sharpe live-streamed audio of an intimate encounter with his millions of followers on Instagram and later apologized, saying he mistakenly turned on the app's live feature. I remember that. He turned on the app's live feature and people heard him going to town on a woman, and, you know, obviously this guy's a sex pest, he's a sex fiend. Here's the thing, though. He's a rich, decent-looking man. Should have no problem entering into consensual relationships with any woman over 18, almost any woman over 18, right? Because he's rich and he has a decent look, right? I think part of his problem is he doesn't have a mustache like me, or else he wouldn't have these issues. If he had a mustache like me, he could just get women all the time and not have to worry about it. Mr. Sharpe played in the NFL for 14 seasons and won 3 Super Bowls. He went on to be inducted in the Pro Football Hall of Fame and has long had a broad sports broadcasting career. Yeah, Shannon was one of the greatest tight ends of all time. He's one of my favorite sports personalities of all time. I definitely enjoyed him on Undisputed with Skip. Those two need each other. They were meant to debate each other. It's a shame that fell apart. But I do have a little bit more on the story. See, that was the BBC, ironically. That was not meant to be a pun. But Yahoo had a little more to say. And this is a more recent article. Shannon Sharpe confirmed his ESPN leave of absence through a post on social media. So Shannon Sharpe does confirm he's leaving ESPN temporarily. Now, he's going to frame it as though he's leaving. That's not the case. ESPN obviously made him go. And by the way, this idiot didn't even write out his statement. He took a screenshot from it, probably because his lawyer wrote him the statement, and instead of copy-paste, he took a screenshot of the statement and put it out on Twitter. So, good luck there. Those are not your words, bud. Not even close to your words. It even says my statement is found here. Like the guy texting him is saying this is your statement, and he took a screenshot of the whole thing. That's like when you're reading cue cards and they tell you in parentheses, clap here or do something here, and you read it out loud instead of doing it like Joe Biden was doing at the end with the cue cards or with his teleprompter. He was saying the quiet part out loud. So he pretty much, because he screenshotted the statement instead of copy-paste, he left that part in. Said, my statement is found here. And it is the truth. The relationship in question is 100% consensual. At this juncture, I am electing to step aside temporarily from my ESPN duties. And I will be devoting this time to my family and responding and dealing with these false and disruptive allegations set against me. I sincerely appreciate the overwhelming and ongoing support I have received from family, fans, and friends and colleagues. Sharpe shared in a statement that he plans on returning to ESPN in time for the NFL's first preseason game on July 31st. We'll see if he's there. We'll see if he's there. The woman accused Sharpe says he became violent over the course of the relationship, threatening to kill her during one incident, and recorded their sexual encounters without her consent. That is a problem. Sharpe flew into fits of anger when plaintiff noted his infidelity to their relationship or called him out about his extraneous activities, the lawsuit said. What had once been manipulation, control, and intimidation now became something far more dangerous and sinister. Sharpe even figured out how to get into her apartment complex without her permission. So this guy doesn't care about boundaries, allegedly. This guy doesn't care if you say no, allegedly. This guy doesn't care if he breaks into your apartment, if he threatens you. He wants to own, dominate, and control whoever he's with. And he wants to be able to step out of the relationship anytime he wants. My dude, just be a single guy that goes out on dates, and maybe you connect with someone. It's that simple. Look, yes, we understand that you have money, and you can use that. And obviously in the rat race of finding a mate, money can help. But when you present yourself as somebody that, oh, look at me, I'm so rich, I'm so important, and it doesn't go your way, and you act like a baby about it, and you do all this shit, guess what they're coming after? Your money. Your money. So, yeah, horrible situation for him to be in. If this is true, I feel bad for the victim, of course. You know, Bill Belichick better look out. You know, he's 70-something years old, dating a 24-year-old. If that relationship goes sideways, that's probably the next scandal. So, God, who knows? I just think it's a bad idea to get involved with these kind of women. There's so many fish in the sea. You don't have to do this, man. You didn't have to do it. Anyway, guys, I'll catch y'all later. Peace. Have a good one. And one last piece of advice for Shannon Sharpe. Grow the fucking mustache. It is the only way forward, bro. Mustache power.